present the final installment of Season 3 recap of Snowfall. And since there's no more Snowfall until Season 4 comes back around, I figured this would be the perfect day to post, perfect night to post my final Snowfall recap, in which we touch on episode 9 and 10. And we look into what I expect from Season 4 of Snowfall. But to touch on episode 9 and 10 for a little bit, episode 9 was crazy. Episode 9 was the peak of the mountain for real, because it was right after Andre's body was found, the whole neighborhood saying, yeah, he killed himself, and everybody believing it because it's like, all right, he was suspended from his job, his daughter Mel is smoking crack, he has nowhere to turn, but we know what happened. And it was just crazy because at first, Mel didn't think Franklin had anything to do with it until she went into her room and she seen that window was unlocked and she remembered how Franklin always got in. Now, that's not to say that's not definitive proof that Franklin did it, because, bitch, you smoke crack. You was sneaking in and out your window to get high, bitch. So that's just something that you would have never been able to take Franklin to court off of, point blank period. But I thought when she brought that information to Andre's partner, I thought he was going to smoke Franklin in the back of that car, and Franklin thought the same motherfucking thing. But it wasn't going to be Andre's partner that shot his ass. It was going to be Andre's daughter, Melody. Mel. Yes, Franklin's old girl popped his ass. I'm like, no. When he followed her into the crib, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I want to know what y'all thought was going to happen, but I thought he was going to start smoking with the bitch. I was going to be like, this nut-ass nigga. But the simple fact that he let her get that close and rummaging around, he like, you don't need that. And this, nigga, you don't even know what she looking for. She looking for that strap, nigga. Like, that shit was crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And for Mel to be the one to shoot Franklin, and I thought he was going to die. Like, as she's walking down on him, because they talking about they better than Game of Thrones. So I'm thinking, in back-to-back episodes, y'all going to kill off Andre and Franklin? Y'all might be up there. But they ain't had a heart to, because honestly, Snowfall does not go on without Franklin. And when she didn't give him a headshot, I'm like, yeah, he gonna be good. He gonna be Gucci. He gonna survive the next episode. And that's a perfect segue into the next episode, the season finale, episode 10 of Snowfall. It was a little weird. Let me know what y'all thought. But for me, it was weird as fuck because I didn't know, like, the beginning, if it was a flashback or if it was a fantasy. Then I'm thinking, like, if it's a fantasy, why the fuck would he get kicked out of school in his own fantasy? Then I'm like, maybe it is a flashback. But then I'm like, I know he would have remembered if he met Reed before. Then I'm like, Louie pregnant? That bitch ain't got no kid. Leon was with Wanda and they had kids, and Leon don't got no kids. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Franklin talking about going into the CIA, he getting robbed at his job. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And then he rises up out the fucking ice bath. I'm like, oh man. And this shit's about to get real. I'm gonna touch on that later. But episode 10, once he came out the recovery bath, the ice bath, that shit was just crazy. You had fucking Man Boy going through the projects where Stacy was at, the same nigga that Franklin told him to hook him up with so he can have Englewood on Smash. So it's looking like Man Boy is trying to control Compton and Englewood. So he's going to spark a beef off between Englewood and Compton, which is going to go into the next season. But he went through there, sprayed that bitch up, killed niggas in the car, got bodies on it, and Jerome just walking through the joint like, what the fuck? Then you see Stacy blooded squad, and I didn't even know Man Boy was a Crip, and Stacy was blooding. So how the fuck was that business going to work anyway? Y'all rival gang members with big money in between y'all. That shit was never going to work in the first place, but that shit was just crazy. Then you had everybody like, yo, Franklin gotta at least talk to us because we don't know what to do and the streets is going crazy. And Sissy like, oh no, he not even this, that, and the third. And everybody really did have to break it to her like, you were on the business side of this drug game, but you were in the drug game. Like, if you watch anything about the cartels, they kill them lawyers first because they the easier ones to get to. You connected to them people that they want to get to. If they can't get to them, guess what? They gonna tag your ass just to send that message. You feel what I'm saying? So Franklin pops out with his cane and this, that, and the third, and he like, it's cool. Let's handle this. You feel what I'm saying? He know what he signed up for. And that's something that his mom and his pop won't ever understand, is that before he jumped into this game, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was signing up for. And now that it's getting that big, he knows what he has to do, or he thinks he knows what he has to do, because I don't think he can't contain what him being shot created. You feel what I'm saying? But oh man, since episode 4? I mean episode 6. I think episode 6 was the first episode that Mel smoked crack, but since episode 6, Snowfall went on a fucking rampage. Like, that shit went ape shit. Like, damn. Season 4, you got you got some big shoes to fill after following season 3. You feel me? Now, before I touch on what I expect to see from Snowfall in season 4, let's do a little recap or touch on what happened in season 3 of Snowfall. Season 3 of Snowfall was the most violent, the most action-packed, the most unpredictable season by far of Snowfall thus far. Oh man, you had Leon coming in. He caught 3 bodies in the first 3 episodes. Three bodies. He might have caught 3 bodies in the first episode. Then he caught the other young boy that slipped up with the squad. That's how they got raided. You had Mel start smoking crack. You had Franklin really switching power positions with Javi. Now he's over top of Javi if you really look at it. And then the big major thing, where the fuck was Lucia at? Is she coming back? Did the bitch just disappear? Is she just gone? Like, well, where's Lucia at? Man, I don't know if she's gonna come back in season 4. I mean, hopefully. But then again, if she wasn't there in season 3, why would she just pop back up in season 4? I don't know, man. Then you had Reed's wife snitch on Reed. You feel what I'm saying? Had Javi men get shot up because of that shit. We had so much go down in season 3. Season 4 has some huge shoes to fill after following season 3. But what do I expect to see out of season 4 of Snowfall? Expansion. That's the major thing. Expansion and drug war. A drug war between the Bloods and the Crips. They've depicted every single part of what happens with this crack epidemic. As they go along, they're depicting every little stage of this. You feel what I'm saying? At first it was it coming into the hood and how it gravitated people from the jump. Then it was the money and how you had to protect that money when it comes in. This year it was still protecting that money, but also realizing that you have to look out for everything else as you get to grow more. You got to look out for other competition, and you got to look out for the government now. And then you think about next season, they're going to have to touch on how crack cocaine played a major factor in what were the peak murder rates for LA at the time. You feel what I'm saying? Between them gang members, between those gangs, they was having 1,000 murders a year in the mid-'80s. Crack had a huge part to play about that. So I feel as though they're going to depict that, and then they're going to depict the expansion. Franklin going to different cities. Franklin sending Leon and Louie and Jerome to other cities. And them trying to probably buy properties in other cities. But expansion is going to be the next thing. I don't know what's going to happen with him and Reed, because Reed didn't shake his hand on the deal that he wanted Reed to be with. And that's him giving up major players so he can make busts. But him pushing more and more coke into the United States. You feel what I'm saying? So I really don't know, but I know you're going to see a lot of violence. Like the way they ended the season finale with Man Boy spraying up the projects, and then Stacy going out with his squad. Oh my goodness gracious. They going to bring in season 4. It's going to be. And then you seen how, like, I love the way they did the Snowfall joint. I've been meaning to do that. Been meaning to bring that up as I've been doing my review. I love the Snowfall joint now. But did y'all peep how the last joint everything was on fire and it was just cop sirens everywhere? I think next season is going to be the beginning of the end of Snowfall. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what it is. MizzyWorld Entertainment. Last installment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all expect to see for season 4 of Snowfall. Y'all know what it is. MizzyWorld Snowfall Recap.